This fall is the best time of the year to watch anime, so here are 5 that you need to watch. Dandadan follows Momo and Okarun, 2 students who are at opposite ends of the paranormal spectrum. Momo believes in ghosts and doesn't think that aliens exist, while he believes in the exact opposite. So after the 2 butt heads for a while, both of them set out to prove each other wrong, but they could never be prepared for what they found. Turns out they were both right, and because of that, they're pretty much screwed more than they could ever imagine. Because aliens end up taking Okarun's balls, and that's just the beginning of the wild things that are about to go down. Every new trailer I see for this anime is the most high-octane 90-second trailer that I've seen all year, as I'm loving just about everything that I'm seeing from this anime. From the incredible art style, the colors popping, to the fluid animation, and the chaotic music. I think we're in for a real treat when this one comes out. The manga this is all based on first published in 2021 and is still ongoing, as the supernatural action comedy has become a mainstay in Shonen Jump. The studio behind this is none other than Science Zaro, who worked on Devilman Crybaby, so you know this will be a treat. Dandadan is set to come out just before Halloween on October 4th. Yakuza Fiance follows Yoshino as she's just a normal high school girl, except for the fact that she's actually the granddaughter of the leader of the biggest Yakuza organization in the region. One day she rushes home after she hears about the unification of her grandfather and his biggest rivals, all for her to find out that the way they're going about this is marrying off their grandchildren together. But despite her best efforts to try and get out of this situation, she travels to Tokyo to meet her soon-to-be husband, and instantly falls for the man who is unexpectedly charming and nice to her. However, just when she thought her life was going to turn out for the better, she not only faces bullying from her fiance's fangirls, but it turns out, and who possibly could have guessed this, but Mr. Popular really isn't Prince Charming and was born to be a Yakuza member. Though she's more than capable of handling herself, being born into the family that she is from, and looks to turn that dynamic in her favor. The anime is based on the currently ongoing seinen manga that first came out in 2017, and is being adapted by Studio Dean, who made the 2006 Fate Stay Night as well as Rurouni Kenshin. Yakuza Fiance is set to come out on October 7th. Uzumaki is based on Junji Ito's works and follows a girl who lives a normal life in a small town with her family, until one day these strange spirals just start popping up. And then around the same time, both her and her boyfriend's father begin acting possessed in some truly horrifying ways, as it soon becomes clear that these spirals are affecting just about everyone, turning this town into something out of a nightmare as more unexplained events keep occurring stemming from these spirals. The anime is all based off of Junji Ito's supernatural horror manga that was first released back in 1998, and is well acclaimed as one of the renowned author's best works, not only for its wild ideas, but also its chilling imagery and artwork. Studio Drive is the studio behind the animation, as they also made To Your Eternity Season 2, and it's clear that the animators here really were able to perfectly capture the eerie feel of the original manga. Thankfully, the animators have been given plenty of time to work on this project, which is actually something of a rarity nowadays, and because of that, the quality of their work is shining through in this trailer in some truly spectacular ways. The Uzumaki anime is officially set to release on Adult Swim on September 28th. On a far lighter note is Blue Box, a gorgeous sports romance anime that follows Taki, who's a member of the boys' badminton team who every morning gets up incredibly early to go to the gymnasium to train. However, there's someone who happens to get there even earlier than he does, and it's his upper-class woman Shinatsu, who he also happens to have a crush on. But the gap between the two could not be greater, as she is a rising star on the basketball team with the goal of winning the national championship, and even though Taiki is a decent badminton player, he's not nearly as popular as she is. Though there is one very important factor that happens to be on his side, and it's that they happen to live together. And no, before you think it, they're not related at all. Shinatsu's parents recently just moved away from Japan to work abroad, so as if it was some kind of fate, her parents moved her in to live with Taiki's family, now giving him the best shot to stand out to her. On top of that, he's attempting to go to nationals as well so that they can achieve their dreams together. Not only does this anime look incredibly wholesome, but its animation is also stunning in every single way, and it's all being made by Telecom Animation Film, who are best known for the Lupin series as well as Tower of God. The anime is all based off of the highly regarded manga of the same name that has some truly wonderful artwork in it. Blue Box is set to come out on October 3rd. Last but not least is one of my most anticipated for the fall, called Orb on the Movements of Earth, made by Madhouse. It's set in 15th century Poland, where anyone who says that the Earth revolves around the sun is literally burned at the stake, which is easily one of the worst ways to go out for simply being right about something. The story follows Rafal, a child prodigy who is very interested in astronomy but is forced by his mentor to research the movement of Earth theory. But when Inquisitors find out about this, his mentor takes the blame and suffers the same fate as others who believe in this theory. Luckily, his mentor leaves behind some clues as to where some hidden research materials are, which then begins a journey that will span decades and a cast of characters that are all centered around proving this theory against all odds. The anime is based on the 2020 manga that was highly acclaimed for both its narrative structure as well as its visuals, and Studio Madhouse will be adapting the historical seinen manga, having also worked on Frieren and Perfect Blue. Orb on the Movements of Earth is set to come out on October 5th, but I'm curious to know which anime you're most excited to watch this fall. And don't forget to share this with a friend who loves anime. The story had a lot to say not only about the franchise as a whole, but the human condition as well as AI, while at the same time managing to venture to some new places the series has never gone to before. I would say it's a great jumping on point for new fans of the series and very accessible for those who don't even watch anime.